Bengaluru. So many people do not know how the name came. Some people said some lady sold some beans to Kempegowda, who was the founder of Bangalore. Well, that was the starting point. It was a military strategy to come to Bangalore and then go to Trichy and go to Tanjavur. So Bangalore became famous as a halting station militarily, and it grew. Aurangzeb is supposed to have come here, and the Wadiar is supposed to have negotiated with him and said, why do you worry about the remaining portion below this place? I am commanding this place and I will owe allegiance to you. It was strategy on the side of the Wadiar. Then Bangalore became the Jagir of of Shivaji. His father got Bangalore as a Jagir, and Shivaji is supposed to have got married at Bangalore. Well, then we move forward. The Britishers fought Tipu Sultan and won the war at Seringpatna and decided not to stay there because of the swamp and because of the mosquitoes. And they didn't want to go to Mysore because they were going to install the original dynasty of the Wadiar at Mysore. So they negotiated and got a settlement for maintaining the army at Bangalore and created the cantonment to the Bangalore of Kempegowda. Well, when we move over here, the cantonment was built 200 years back, and Kempegowda's Bangalore was 400 years old now. So 200 years back, they built the cantonment, and they built a lot of schools in the cantonment area to educate the Anglo-Indian boys and the Christians and introduce English education. So around about 150 years back, 170 years back and 150, 60 years back, you have nearly 30 to 40 convents coming up in the cantonment area which imparted education in English. So Bangalore got the advantage of English education. Then there was a plague in the Chickpet area, and the Maharaja decided to build two suburbs of Bangalore, and Malleshwaram and Basangudi were the two suburbs. Since Basangudi was attached to Chamrajpet, people preferred to move in there, and Malleshwaram was called Card Malleshwara, and people could buy acres of land here and have a large house of 1.5 to 2 acres of land attached to the houses. So people who did not want to live in Basangudi moved to Malleshwaram. Well, coming back to Basangudi, we have a park there called as Lal Bagh. Do you know it is as old as the American nation? 250 years back, Hyder Ali built it and called it Lal Bagh, and it has got coniferous trees and Mughal type of layout for a garden. Later on, it developed into a place and a park. But then coming back to Basangudi, you have the Bugle Park, which has got Kempegowda towers, which outlines the boundary of Bangalore. Coming back to the cantonment area, we come back and find that you have the Cubbon Park, which was built there. The Britishers were very happy to make a layout and have a park there. And the Mysore Palace was far away for the Maharaja. So the Mysore Maharaja decided to build a palace in Bangalore on the line of the Windsor Castle. Well, not many people know that 100 years back, a pioneering industrialist, Jamshedji Tata, gave an endowment and asked the Mysore Maharaja to give some land. And the Tata Institute was built in Malleshwaram to propagate scientific development of the mind, because the Britishers in the Macaulay system of education were only interested in training the Indians to become BAs, lawyers and clerks, and not give them scientific education. So the Central College was started as a pioneering place to start the science education, and the Institute of Science was started to start the education in a pattern in which you could do research. So this is the history of Bengaluru, and suddenly when we got independence and when we got the public sector being shifted to Bangalore because of the security reasons being far away from Pakistan. So Bangalore grew in stature from having convents to having industries and mother industries, which were the public sector, and the small scale sector was started by having the Rajaji Nagar industrial estate. Then suddenly you found that IT started growing in Bangalore mainly because of this, and you found the English education helping people to get into computer education, and you found that Infosys and Wipro, the mother companies of the IT era, moving to Bangalore. So Bangalore suddenly became an international city, and you have a noun called as being Bangalore. That is the equivalent of losing a job to person in Bangalore anywhere around the world. So Bangalore is on the world map today, and from being a place which the Britishers won, you have a remnant of a fort in the city which the Britishers conquered, and you have the Tipu Sultan's palace there, which is made of wood. So Bangalore has grown from there to become an IT city and get the industrial town, which is now called the IT sector, and the computer sector, which is in the Whitefield area, and you have the whole of Whitefield being developed as a Singapore. So this is the short history of Bangalore I have been able to present. My name is Mr. Bharat Kandade. I happen to be an engineer, and I happen to be a management consultant, and I am into narrating what you call as oral history, which is narrating the history of a town as it grows. I hope you have enjoyed this session, and you will get back to me. If you want more detail of any particular area, we can go through that. So I hope this has generated some interest in you in walking the talk with me at Bangalore. Thank you.